Have you ever walked into a room, stopped, and completely blanked on why you're there? Congrats! You've just experienced a glitch in the matrix, aka autopilot mode. You're brushing your teeth but mentally fighting with your ex. You're eating lunch while time traveling back to something awkward you said in third grade. Your body's here, but your mind? Not even in the building. But what if I told you there's a way to snap out of that trance instantly? And no, it's not coffee, though bless its jittery little heart. It's called mindfulness. It's not woo-woo, it's not complicated, and honestly, it just might change everything. If your brain feels like a browser with 47 tabs open, and you've got no clue where the music's coming from, this video is for you. Or if even one part of you is craving clarity, peace, or just a break from the noise, stick around. In the next few minutes, you'll discover what mindfulness really is. And nope, it's not just for monks and yoga teachers. Why your brain defaults to chaos, and how to gently take the wheel back. 4 simple tools you can use anywhere to reset your mind and energy. And the quiet transformation that happens when you stop missing your life and start living it fully awake. Let's clear the cosmic confusion. What the heck is mindfulness? So before we dive any deeper, let's get real for a sec. What even is mindfulness? Because the word gets thrown around a lot. 1 minute it's in a wellness blog, the next it's on your herbal tea label. But what does it actually mean? Mindfulness is simply this: being completely here, fully now. 0 tabs open in the background of your mind. It's the art of noticing the moment without needing to fix it, fight it, or fast forward it. It's choosing to experience life as it's happening, without being hijacked by your to-do list, trauma playlist, or imaginary arguments. Imagine your life like a beautiful movie. Only this time, you're not distracted by texts or popcorn. You're watching, feeling, breathing, living. Now you might be wondering, okay, cool, but why does this actually matter? Here's the truth. Most of us are stuck in what I lovingly call mental time travel. We're either replaying the past like a sad rom-com or fast-forwarding into the future like we're starring in a one-person sci-fi disaster. And all the while, the present moment, the part where your actual life is happening, is standing there like, hello, I made cookies? Mindfulness is the loving nudge that says, come back, sweet soul. It gently taps your shoulder and whispers, you're safe to land now. This moment is home. It anchors you when your thoughts are spiraling. It softens the noise. It brings your nervous system out of the chaos and into the calm. And the best part? The view here is actually incredible. Here's where ancient wisdom and modern science meet for a cosmic high five. Mindfulness isn't just some fluffy, good vibes only thing passed around on Pinterest boards. It has roots, deep ones. This practice comes straight out of ancient Buddhist philosophy, where it's called sati. No, not the spicy Indian dish. Sati means awareness, presence, wakefulness, and it's one of the core building blocks of enlightenment. But here's the plot twist. Even science is now catching on. Therapists, neuroscientists, and even CEOs are talking about mindfulness like it's Wi-Fi for your soul. Because studies show it can help with anxiety, depression, stress, burnout, brain fog, poor sleep, chronic pain, and, get this, even boost your immune system. So, yeah, mindfulness might just be nature's original software update for the human mind. No charger required. All right, enough talk. Let's feel it. Time for a mini moment of mindfulness. Wherever you are, just pause for a second. Take 1 deep breath. Like, really deep. Let your belly puff out like you just ate a whole pizza by yourself, and you're unapologetically proud. Now exhale slow. Like you're releasing the energy of that weird text your ex sent you at 2 a.m. last year. Go again. Inhale. Exhale. Feel that? That's presence. That's power. That's you. Right here. Right now. And just like that, you were mindful. Boom. And here's the part we often forget. Being here, fully, completely, shamelessly present. isn't just nice. It's radical. It's rare. It's powerful. Because in a world constantly trying to pull your attention in 1,000 directions, choosing to be here, that's a quiet rebellion. It's you reclaiming your life, one breath, one moment at a time. You don't need a mountaintop. You don't need a spiritual retreat. Heck, you don't even need silence. You can practice mindfulness while brushing your teeth, walking your dog, washing dishes, or eating your favorite snack. It's not about what you're doing. It's about how you're doing it. Awake, aware, and aligned. And that's where we'll head next, into the simple tools that can turn mindfulness into your daily magic spell. Coming up in Chapter 2, we're diving into body scans, focused breathing, and how to meditate without falling asleep and drooling on yourself. But before we continue, I just want to thank you for being here right now. Every mindful moment you share adds to this wave of awakening. What snapped you back into the now recently? Was it a breath, a sound, a feeling? Ready to dive deeper into mindfulness? Let's go. Okay, real talk. Have you ever gone a whole day and suddenly thought, wait, did I even live today? Like you were just going through the motions, emails, dishes, social media, fake smiling at people while secretly planning your escape to a cabin in the woods? Yeah, I've been there too. A lot of us have. That's why this chapter exists. Because mindfulness isn't just an idea. It's something you can feel when the world gets loud. And the best part? You don't need to meditate on a mountain to find it. Just start with the little things. First, let's talk about breathing. Not the autopilot kind, but the real kind. Your breath is like a best friend that's been patiently waiting for you to notice it again. And when you do, it's like, ah, there you are. Try this real quick. Just take one slow deep breath in through your nose and let it out slow. Feel that? That's you coming back, coming home. When things feel heavy or overwhelming, come back to this. Inhale calm, exhale the chaos, repeat. You don't need incense or fancy mantras, just your breath. That's enough. Now that we've anchored into the breath, let's drop even deeper, into the body. Not to judge it, not to fix it, just to check in, like, hey, how are we really doing down there? Start gently at the top of your head and slowly work your way down to your toes. No rush, no pressure, just notice. Tension in the jaw? Cool. Tingling in the hands? Interesting. That ache in your lower back that's been trying to get your attention for days? Yep, now's the time to say hi. This isn't about changing what you feel. It's about finally letting yourself feel it. I like to think of it like this. Your body has been whispering to you all day. A body scan is you finally saying, okay, I'm listening. And when you do, you'll be amazed at what it reveals. Not just discomfort, but wisdom. Because your body, it remembers things your mind forgot. And sometimes the most healing thing you can do is just show up and feel. All right, let's clear up a big myth real quick. Meditation isn't about stopping your thoughts. If you've ever sat down, closed your eyes, and immediately thought, wow, my brain is loud. Congratulations, you weren't failing. You were meditating. Meditation isn't about turning into a floating, thoughtless monk in a cave. It's about noticing your thoughts without getting swept away by them. You sit, you breathe. A thought pops up. Did I leave the stove on? Then another. I should have texted them back. Then a random one. Maybe I should become a goat farmer? You don't follow the story. You don't fight it. You just notice and come back to your breath. That's it. That's the whole game. Some days it feels like a calm lake. Other days, it's like trying to meditate in a room full of espresso-chugging squirrels. But either way, you showed up. And that's the real practice. Now here's the shift that changed everything for me. If you can notice a thought, that means you are not the thought. You're the one watching it. Your thoughts are not you. They're just temporary visitors, like clouds in the sky. Think of it like this. There's the sky, vast, still, untouched. And then there are clouds, moving, changing, sometimes stormy, sometimes soft. The sky doesn't become the clouds, it just holds them. You are the sky. Your thoughts? Just passing clouds. Sometimes your mind feels foggy. Sometimes it's dramatic and moody. Sometimes it's scattered or stormy. And sometimes it's wide open and clear. But no matter what the weather is, you're still the sky. Deep, constant, unshaken. Now, here's the powerful part. When you see your thoughts as separate from you, you create space to choose your response. If an angry thought pops up, you don't have to react instantly. You can pause, take a breath, and ask, is this worth reacting to? Or can I let it pass? If jealousy shows up, same thing. You witness it, name it, and gently say, that's jealousy. Noted, I don't have to become it. It's okay to have thoughts. We all do. But if you want to feel peaceful, grounded, and centered, you have to stop grabbing every single one like it's the truth. Your mind is kind of like a 2-year-old. If it feels ignored, it throws a tantrum. But if you calmly give it your presence, just sit with it. No yelling, no fixing, it starts to settle. Not instantly, but moment by moment, breath by breath. And in that soft space between thoughts, you'll find something rare and powerful. Stillness, awareness, you. Here's where things get juicy, because mindfulness doesn't need a timer or a cushion. You can practice it anywhere. Seriously, while brushing your teeth, folding laundry, eating a grape. The key is bringing your full attention to what's in front of you. Feel the warmth of the water, the rhythm of your breath, the taste of your food, instead of spiraling into tomorrow's worries or yesterday's regrets. I call it sacred, ordinary moments. And trust me, those are the ones that change you. So why do these simple things actually matter? Because your brain is like a radio. And most of the time, it's tuned into Stress FM. These tools, they change the channel. They help you tune into something gentler, more real. They give you space. And in that space, peace shows up. Not fake peace, not Instagram peace, but that deep, quiet knowing that you're okay, even when things aren't perfect. Next up, what actually changes when you practice this stuff? Because mindfulness isn't just a habit. It's a doorway to more peace, more clarity, and deeper connection. Not just with others, but with you. In Chapter 3, we'll talk about the transformation. What happens when this becomes your way of life? Spoiler, it's beautiful. So what actually happens when you stop sleepwalking through life and start waking up? Not just once in a while, but over and over again. With each breath, each choice, each ordinary moment, you decide to truly be here. Because here's the truth. Mindfulness doesn't just change your day. It changes your entire life, quietly, subtly, like sunrise pouring through a window you forgot was there. And when it does, you'll feel it. The first thing you'll notice, you stop reacting to everything like a human fire alarm. You'll still feel things. Don't worry, your heart's not going cold. But instead of snapping, spiraling, or shutting down, you pause. You breathe. You respond instead of react. You observe instead of explode. You become a safe space, even for your own emotions. That's not weakness. That's power. Real power. The kind that doesn't need to shout to be heard. Next, you stop trying to control everything and start trusting more. Little by little, you learn to ride the waves instead of trying to hold the ocean back with a spoon. Life still throws curveballs, people still cut you off in traffic. But instead of gripping the wheel like it's a weapon, you smile, you breathe, you let go. And suddenly, life feels less like a battle and more like a dance. And then something beautiful happens. You fall in love with the little things. The way the light hits your coffee cup in the morning, the feeling of warm socks, the laughter in someone's eyes, the silence between words. Nothing changes, and yet everything does. Because now you're actually there to feel it. That's the magic of mindfulness. It doesn't give you a new life. It gives you back the one you already had, but had forgotten how to touch. And then your relationships shift, because when you start listening to yourself with compassion, you start listening to others the same way. You don't just hear words anymore. You hear energy, emotion, unspoken truths. You become more present with your partner, your kids, your friends, your pets. You soften, you open, you see them, and they feel that. Mindfulness makes love deeper, conversations richer, arguments shorter, connection becomes sacred. But maybe the biggest transformation? You stop living from the outside in. You stop letting the world tell you who to be, how to feel, what to chase. You remember, I am not my thoughts. I am not my fear. I am not my past. I am the witness, the presence, the calm in the storm. And from that space, you begin to create a life that's aligned, soulful, awake. You don't need to do mindfulness perfectly. You don't need to meditate for an hour every day. You just need to show up again and again. One breath, one choice, one moment at a time. And when you forget, that's okay. That's part of the practice, because every time you remember, you come home. So go ahead. Until next time, walk into the rest of your day like it's sacred, like your presence matters, because it does. You're not just living life anymore. You're awake for it. If you've made it this far, thank you for walking this path with me, for being willing to slow down, breathe, and explore the depths of your own mind and heart. Drop a comment below. What's one way mindfulness has already shifted something in you? Even just a little? Your story could be the light someone else needs. And if you enjoyed this video, I think you will love this next one.